Supreme Court has rejected the argument that general historical societal discrimination justifies colleges and universities in using racial and ethnic preferences in admissions. If the University of Wisconsin's chancellor were to announce today that that was why he thought that the University of Wisconsin should have affirmative action, the general counsel of the university would have a quarter, because the chancellor would be making an argument that would not hold up in court. And I believe that the court was right to reject that general argument. Where there are individuals who can trace their social or economic disadvantage today to racial discrimination. But not everybody. Most of the people who get preferences into selected colleges and universities come from middle class or upper class backgrounds. And conversely, there are lots of individuals who are socially and economically disadvantaged who are not African American, who are not Latino, who are white, or Asian, or Arab American, or some other group that is typically discriminated against. So this remedial justification for racial and ethnic preferences doesn't work. The other justification that's given, and this is the one that is relied on by colleges and universities because the Supreme Court has bought it, is the diversity justification. And this is the argument that there are educational benefits from having a diverse student body. Now, the trouble with that argument is that it relies on stereotypes. It says that we can tell something about somebody's perspectives and background and experiences about how they think, what they are likely to say in the classroom, what they are likely to bring to the table at a campus by simply looking at their skin color or what country their ancestors came from. I think in any other context, that kind of stereotyping would be condemned. What we're interested in doing is admitting people from a wide variety of backgrounds and experiences and perspectives, look at the individual and his background and experiences and perspectives. Don't conclude that because somebody is black, he must have some set of beliefs or background or whatever. All right, well, as I said, maybe you agree with me on the unpersuasiveness of those rationales. Maybe you don't. But even if you think that there is something to them, you have to go on and consider the costs. How am I doing on time, by the way? Have I got a couple minutes or I'm wrapped up? Okay. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I get another 10 minutes after Professor Church. So, you may want to hold your applause. Briefly, though, let me just list the costs, and then I will go into more detail in the other 10 minutes. Discriminating against people on the basis of race and ethnicity, which is what we're talking about. Here are some of the costs. It's unfair, it's divisive, it sets a bad precedent, creates resentment, it stigmatizes people, it encourages a victim mindset, it removes an incentive for academic excellence, it encourages compromises the academic mission of the university, it creates pressure to lower grading and graduation standards, it's hypocritical, it's illegal, it mismatches individuals and institutions, leading to guaranteed failure for some of the so-called beneficiaries. It papers over the real problems that we have in society for why the pipeline is so broken. It gets the government involved in the ugly game of determining which racial and ethnic groups do you favor and which ones do you discriminate against, and how do you define who is a member of each group. Do you have a one-drop rule, or do you do something else? In a country like the United States, which is increasingly a multi-ethnic and multiracial society, which has always been multi-ethnic and multiracial, which has always had that as a great strength, which had as its original motto, "We clerked as human," we cannot have a legal regime. We cannot have government institutions like public universities sorting people according to their skin color and what country their ancestors came from, and treating some better and others worse based on which silly little box they check. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Clegg. Professor Church.
Well, this is obviously a large topic. There's a lot of law on the topic. We are mostly, I think, not lawyers here.